Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, you're welcome. My name is Sharon, and today we're going to do makeup on this very beautiful soul over here, who is also my student. And we're just going to do what we call an angel look for a bridal makeup. So before we do that, kindly subscribe, share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be reading all of them kama kawaida, and if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. With no further ado, let us go straight into the video. So to start off, I'm going to line her eyebrows using the Davis number 3 eye pencil. Make sure the pencil is very sharp when you're doing this. And as always, when it comes to lining the upper side of the brow, I leave a bit of space around at the inner corner. And when you're working on a client or someone else's face, make sure you lift up the brow a bit so it gives you a better angle to work with. And then after lining, before I start filling in, I make sure I brush through her eyebrows using a bar soap. I made sure I had like the bar soap was wet, and I was just using the white foam to brush through her eyebrows. And then I'm going to press her eyebrows in, make sure they stick onto the skin, and allow that soap to dry out completely fast before I start filling in the eyebrow. And when it comes to this technique, trust the process. This one you have to trust the process, like give it time for it to come out. And then after that, now to fill in, I'm going to start off from the outer corner. I'm going to fill in using the very same eye pencil I used to line, that is Davis number 3 eye pencil. So I'm going to fill in the areas where I feel like there is a space, because I want her natural eyebrows, the hairs of her natural eyebrows to be seen. Around the inner corner, I'm going to use a darker eye pencil to draw hair-like structures. And then after that, I'm going to clean her eyebrows using the Illegal Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And guys, for the products I've used on this tutorial, everything will be on the description box, so kindly check the description for products. I don't know what my neighbors are doing. I don't know if they're constructing something in the house. I don't understand. I'm sorry guys, if you hear that noise, I am very sorry. It's my neighbors. So I'm just going to start off by cleaning, going towards the outer corner. Around the inner corner, I'm going to clean using a foundation instead of a concealer, so at least it's easier to blend around the inner corner when I'm done. So I'm just going to use a foundation that matches her skin tone around the inner corner, and I'm using a flat brush to clean the brow. And next, to clean the upper side of the brow, I'm using a foundation that matches her skin tone as well. For her foundation, I'm using the NYX can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, sorry guys. And then after we're done with the brows, we're moving on to eyeshadow. And before we do eyeshadow, we're going to prep her eyelids using an eyeshadow primer. And the eyeshadow primer we're going for today is the Plouise eyeshadow base in the shade number 2. Again guys, for all the products used on this tutorial, everything will be on the description box, so kindly check the description. So we're going to concentrate that around the lower lid, and then blend it into the concealer we use around the upper lid. So the first shade we're going for is this brown shade from the James Charles palette, and we're going to apply that on the outer corner only. And for this, we're using a smaller fluffy brush. And for the technique for this one, we're going to tap it in. We're not going to use circular motions on this one. We're just tapping it in because we want that pigment to be seen. And then after that, we're going for this lighter shade of brown, still from the James Charles palette. And we are going to start blending in from the shade we used on the outer corner, coming inwards towards the inner corner. And when we come towards the inner corner, we're bringing it down. We are blending it down, and here you can use circular motions to blend that one in. And then after that, we're going for the shade. This is a more neutral shade, and we're just going to use that to blend around the upper lid, to blend the transition shades towards the upper lid. And remember, to blend in the transition, you use bigger, fluffier brush. And then after that, we're just going to darken the outer corner, and we're going to use that shade I just still from the James Charles palette as well, and we're just going to concentrate that around the outer corner. So this is a technique I use when I want the eye to have that ombre like effect. And then after that, we're just going to blend in around the crease region. We're not going to add product onto that brush. We're using the same brush we use to set the lids, and just blend that part in to remove any creases. And then after that, around the crease region, we're going to use that nude shade still from the James Charles palette, and we're going to apply that all over the crease region, and make sure it comes to at least 3/4 of the eye, at least up to 3/4, not half, up to at least 3/4. And for that, we're just going to tap in the product, and then after that, we're going to use glitter liner, as you can see here, and we're using the same brush we used to apply the nude shade, and we're just going to apply that around at the upper side of the crease region. You can apply this all over the crease region if you want to, but I wanted that nude shade around the lower side of the crease region, and then the upper side, it has that shimmery, you know, this is a bright shimmer. That is what I do when I want to have that bright shimmer, or rather the angel look, as I call it. That is what I do. And then after that, we're going to use the Inglot gel eyeliner. Love, love, love this product. And we're going to start off by just lining one line as close to the natural lash line as possible, and then after that is when we're going to draw a wing. And when you're drawing a wing, you follow the lower lash line, the shape of the lower lash line, not the upper lash line, okay? And then connecting it down, start connecting it from the middle part of the wing downwards, and you're going to have an amazing wing eye. And then after we're done with the eye, we're just going to apply our falsies, and the falsies I went for were very neutral, not too dramatic, not something that is going to overpower the whole makeup look. So moving on to the face, we're going to start off with the Ordinary Hyaluronic acid, sorry. And before I did that, I just wanted to make sure I did the cream eyeliner before I did foundation, because sometimes you can mess it up when you've already applied foundation. So for the face, we're going to start off with the Ordinary Hyaluronic acid, and we're just going to apply that all over her face and allow it to set fast before we move on to moisturizer. Look at the eye makeup, yo. It's very beautiful. This is my go-to eye makeup when it comes to bridal makeup. And then after that, we are going to move on to the Cerave AM moisturizer. And I have to warn you guys about this product. This particular product leaves a white cast. So the trick here is you tap it in when it comes to blending. Don't apply it in circular motions. It's going to leave that white cast, and it is going to be seen. It is not going to blend in well with the makeup. Just a warning. And then allow it to set fast again before you move on to primer. So primer, I am using the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and I'm going to concentrate that around her T-zone area and the places where I feel like she has open pores. So starting off around the corner of the nose, around the nose region, forehead, around the lip. Those are the areas I'm going to concentrate on when it comes to priming. And then after you have applied primer, make sure you allow it to set. Allow the primer to dry out completely fast before you move on to foundation. So after I allowed the primer to set, we're moving on to foundation, and I'm using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. This one is mattifying. It's very good for oily skin. If you have oily skin and you're on a budget, it's a drugstore foundation, but it is very, very good. Works best for oily skin because it's very mattifying. And let me tell you, the moment I applied this foundation and then I just blended it in, I was in love. This foundation matched her skin tone to the T. I was amazed. Look at that. Look at that. And it is more of a fuller coverage foundation. Can you see the way like all the dark spot she had just disappeared when I applied the foundation? It was amazing. And her eye makeup, I kept looking at her eye makeup and I was, yeah, like this whole look was just giving me life. Let me just be honest. So for foundation, I'm just using a foundation brush to blend that one in. And for foundation brush, I would recommend you start off with the smaller brush and you drag the foundation down in lines. Don't do dots all through your face and then blend it out. No, You can drag it in lines like that and then blend it in using a foundation brush, and it's going to blend in very, very nicely. This foundation was amazing. And then after that, now to highlight, we're going to use the Illegal Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. We're starting off with highlighting her under eyes. And you guys know, when it comes to blending in the concealer, I prefer using a beauty blender instead of a brush. That is just me. You can use a brush for this, but me personally, I prefer using a beauty blender. And make sure the beauty blender is damp. You squeeze out the excess water from the beauty blender completely. Squeeze the water out completely, and then use it to blend in. And then around the bridge of the nose, I don't apply too much concealer or too much product. And then we're just going to highlight her under eye, bridge of the nose, and forehead, and I use a beauty blender to blend that one in. So when it comes to highlighting the forehead, I would recommend you start off in between the eyebrows going up. Okay, you highlight less if they have a bigger forehead, highlight more if they have a smaller forehead. Let me tell you, anytime I blended anything onto her skin, I felt amazing. And then after that, to set, we're just using the Golden Lip finishing powder in the shade number 06. Matches her skin tone. That is what I wanted to use to set. I did not want to use a setting powder, because setting powders are brighter, and most of the time if you use especially the Sacha, they have a very yellow undertone or pale undertone, and I did not want that. I wanted something that would match her skin tone. That is why I went for that. And to set, we're just setting the areas where we highlighted using a concealer. And then after that, I'm just contouring her face, because I wanted to give her face a bit of life, a bit of warmth to the face. And we're starting off with contouring her cheeks, then contouring her nose and forehead. And when it comes to contouring the nose, use a smaller brush and cleaner brush to blend the contour in. And then I'm just going to use a red pigment to give that contour some warmth. And then after that, I'm just setting the whole face using the Golden Lip setting spray. I wanted something that is going to complement her. I did not want anything to overpower her face. I just wanted something that would complement her. And then for the lips, we're starting off with this Davis No. 1 lip liner. It's not a lip liner, it's actually supposed to be a pencil, but we use it as a lip liner. So we're just going to lip line using that. And after lip lining, make sure you blend in the lip liner first before you apply lipstick on top. Blend in the lip liner first. It's very important. Blend in the lip liner first before you put lipstick on top. And then for lipstick, I just wanted something that was going to be not too conspicuous. Something that is just going to match her skin tone. That is why I went for an orange undertone. And that would be it from me today, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. For angel looks, it's supposed to be very subtle, you know, very flattering to your face, to your skin tone, to your personality. She's very bubbly, you know, she's like a sweet bubbly girl. And that is what we did with the angel look, to complement her personality, her skin tone, everything. Let me know. I think, in my opinion, she looks angelic, guys. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye.